Good, yes, good for ya.
You got to give it up for the brother. He got it going on.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It is a gorgeous Monday, I guess. You're seeing this on Thursday, but for me, it's a Monday, my day off. I am out at South Fork Landing in North Bend. It's been a little bit since I've been out here. The last time I was here was a tournament over the winter, January, maybe even February. It was pretty rough. We had a rough winter out here in the Seattle area. There was lots of heavy rain. A lot of the tee pads were washed out and gross. But if you can see what I'm standing on, we have brand new tee pads out here. They feel a little bit lumpy, but I'm hoping they will work their way in as they get used. I thought maybe this was the only one, and then I looked over here to 10. There's one there as well. I do have a tournament coming up next weekend here, but here's a two-part at North Bend. We're going to start out here on hole 1. Let's go. Well, I just got out of the car. No warm-up shots yet. First shot of the day is going to be a forehand with that Sarah Hokum Crave. Hole 1 is 207 feet, par 3. Here we go. That should be good. Woo! Oh yeah. Parked. Not bad for the first shot of the day. Park job with that Sarah Hokum Crave. I am pretty optimistic today that this course is going to be great. Another brand new tee pad. Another one over here. I'm hoping they did all 18. Let's see if we can get some haters here. I've got a 412-foot par 3 Sarah Hokum Crave. Not on a forehand. We're going to do the forehand roller. Grass seems pretty low. Try and get out that right side. Hopefully get around that big old knotty tree and have an approach shot. It goes, it goes, it goes. That'll work. Just like I wrote it up. Sit. Oh, got us a little pinched off back behind the basket, which is fine. I do like this hole. Basket's in a fun spot. I think it's the iconic hole of the course, or the feature hole of the course. That'll work. Absolutely unfortunate. I was not recording. I didn't hit the record button. I threw an orange trail. You've seen it. It is sitting up there by the basket. It hit the post. So this is a reenactment. Hopefully we can do the exact same thing. Here on hole 3, it's 269 feet. There's a left route, a center route, and a right route. Everything on the right side over here, the tree line, is OB, and it goes the entire length of the course, so it's OB on everything. There's also a fence here just on the other side of this far right tree that extends out probably 40 feet that way. It just kind of blocks off some lines if you're looking for that. I'm going to try and throw the exact same shot. The other one is already there, and that was my intended shot, so we'll see if we can do the same thing. Forehand with the trail. Either way, it's a good shot. And it's down there maybe 5 feet from the other one. All right, I've got 2 bullets, so the plan here is to just make them both so that there's no question about the birdie. Or miss them both short and take the par. Unfortunate. Hole 4 is 219 feet. We have the old turf tee pad, but there is a surprise. There is a brand new turf tee pad just back behind me, an alternate position. I don't know what I'm going to be using for the tournament. I'm assuming that it's going to be all of the old layout, but we'll find out. I'll throw a shot from over there just so you can see it anyway. It's a little bit longer, 288 over there, 219 here. Either way, triple Mando, post, tree, and flags. That is our guide. We're just going to try and get through there. I'm thinking the new dyed buzz should work perfectly. A little short, but right dead center. Drop. Go. Oh. Another missed putt. Can't be doing that. Hole 5, 392, way down there. A good hole to test out that new standstill I've been throwing. I've got a few recorded at 325 just on the standstill, so we're going to see if we can get there again. It sure does get out there. That was on a hyzer most of the way. Let's see where we got to. So I ended up here a little short of the tree. The tree was the target, but still 308 on a standstill. I will take that every day. Thanks, Blitz. I know this is your course. I'm going to keep working on those things, try and get a little bit further. That'll do. Well, so far there's been a couple of missed birdie opportunities. We're sitting at a -1 going into 6. 6 for me is a forehand, straight as I can and let it fade in there at the end. You can see in the trees down there, there's a basket sitting right in the middle of those trees about 300 feet away. Oh yeah, that'll do. Well, we got every little bit of that forehand with a little skip at the end. Unfortunately, it puts us right behind this skinny tree, so we have to get a little creative. Let's try a step out. That'll do. Another birdie for the books. Hole 7 is 377 feet, still a par 3. The reason I have you pointed at these trees is because the pin is on the other side of those trees to the left. The only way that I know to get over there is to skip it through. So we're going to try that standstill, try and get that 300 feet, try and get to skip through the trees, and hopefully have a look at an approach or a long birdie shot. We're a little downhill, so we should be able to throw a little bit further. A little high. Let's get through those trees. We got through the trees. That's all that matters. Well, dang, that was a little bit better shot than I thought it was. Really, all we're going to do is lay up to the bottom of the basket, tap that in for our par. Soft bid. A little short either way. Par is all I ever asked for on that hole until I can get another 50 feet of distance. Hole 8 is very similar to the rest of the longer par 3s out here. I don't quite have the distance. Again, we're working on it, so we're trying for pars. We'll do that standstill with the Hades, 367 feet. There is a Mando on the left that we need to worry about, so we just need to not skip left of that Mando. I tend to stay further right anyway, but let's see how far down there we can get. Around the backside of the Mando tree. Way to go. So I brought it up a couple of times now, and I know it probably doesn't have a whole lot of significance for you, but it does for me, and the standstill that I've been trying. I watched a few BlitzDG tutorials on some standstill. I'm working on getting some distance because I am transitioning from MA3 division to MA2 division. The guys in MA2 tend to throw a little bit longer than I do. I've got great approaches, I've got great putting. You've seen that watching the channel. The significance here is I've never cleared this Mando tree in the air before. I came up probably 20 feet past it and skipped to where we're at now. I'm probably edge of circle 2, maybe a little bit longer for a putt. That gives me more birdie looks, and if my putting stays consistent, then any birdie look is good. So I'm going to keep going with those standstills, especially as I gain speed and power. I don't know if I'll go back to a next step anytime soon, but you know, X step, there's nothing wrong with that. It still gets me 280 to 300 in distance, but changing this in the last 2 weeks has immediately gained 20 to 40 feet on an average throw. So that's why I'm doing those X steps. I just wanted you to know so you were not so curious about why the change had happened in my walk-up for the most part. I'll still do an X step on certain things. I have more accuracy. I think I can get some fairway drivers to fly a little straighter, whereas the standstill so far, I seem to be rotating and maybe going out a little wider with my hand than I need to be, and also something I need to work on. But here we are, edge of circle, hole 8. I've got some bullet putters. Going into hole 9, we're sitting at a -2. Hole 9 is 344 feet, which means that standstill should be getting us closer, so our approach is closer. Circle 2 would be great for me for a look. Other than hole 9 has a bunker on the left and the OB parking lot, so we're just going to try and go right down the middle, get a good approach shot, and put her in. Little high, little hyzer. We're gonna have to throw over the bunker. Well, I got exactly what I asked for with that distance. I am a little further than edge of circle 2. Furthest drive I've had on this hole. Now we're just gonna avoid the bunker. Up right on the edge of the bunker, safe. So you might be saying, no way, Mr. Cooper, you're not safe. There's the edge of the bunker. Tournaments generally have had the bunker line coming through here. So since it's going to be a tournament that I'm playing, that's what we're using as the bunker line. And we'll take that par. So thanks for watching the front 9. We're out here at North Bend. Keep following us over to the back 9. We're going to start here on hole 10 right now. If you're liking the content, you like the course, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all of the things that YouTube likes you to do, and we'll see you over on the back 9.
I'm a hero.